is my honor to welcome Mr. Sharat Srivastav, Representative Director, CEO, and CTO of Rakuten Mobile, a company known worldwide for its disruptive and fully visualized mobile network. And on the other hand, in conversation with him is a journalist who has closely followed the rise of India's digital economy, Ms. Chandra R. Srikran from Money Control. I hand over the stage to you.
Sharat's come all the way from Tokyo, so I think we should give him a bigger round of applause. Let's welcome the speaker for the session. Thank you very much, Sharat. I believe this is your first time at the India Mobile Congress.
Yes, it
so,
is.
So take us through your experience so far. We've had some power-packed sessions by the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi, as well as the Telecom Minister, Jyotiraditya Scindia, who have set the bar really high as far as India's telecom ambitions are concerned, as far as its digital ambitions are concerned. But what are your own takeaways as someone who's seen this evolve from Tokyo?
So first of all, thank you for arranging this. Yes, it is my first time at IMC India. We are very regular at MWC or even in China, but this is first time here in India, and it was amazing. First of all, the energy that I see, and with me was Mickey also, and he said the energy that is seen here is outstanding. And then with Modi ji and Scindia ji, the announcement that they did is very good, especially around the 4Ds that he mentioned.
Right. In fact, I think Scindia had an acronym for it where he said design in India, solve for India, and scale for the world.
Yes. Apart from that, that was one, and I forgot all the 4Ds, but he mentioned 4Ds also.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
design, delivery, and two more Ds.
Right. But in terms of the opportunities that you see here, because if one looks at Rakuten in Japan, it's a conglomerate which has varied interests. Some describe it as the Amazon of Japan, but it's clearly more than that. It's not just e-commerce. You're in telecom, you're in gaming, you're in telecom, you're also on the vendor side. Tell us about your ambitions for India, your vision for India.
So I think first thing, Amazon of Japan was 10 years back. Now, overall, Rakuten is much bigger there. And this year we are targeting about 20 billion of revenue. Most of it is coming from Japan. And we are the biggest on the e-commerce and fintech business, trading, security, well, you name it, any kind of e-service. Rakuten is number one. There are about 70 group services that we offer. And 2018, we started with connectivity, which is Rakuten Mobile as well.
Right. And in terms of your India presence, I think you have over 3,000 people here?
So going back, in 2018, we started building the Rakuten mobile network in Japan. And during this journey, we acquired many companies. To start with, the first company was based in Indore. So there are about 1,000 employees that we have in Indore. And that's a company that does all the OSS and automation and AI. The second company we acquired was Altiostar, which was headquartered in Boston, but most of the people R&D resources in Bangalore. And then third one was Robin, which is a cloud player. So among them all, we have about 3,000 people in Rakuten Symphony in India, and another 2,000 who are supporting group services.
Right.
So 5,000 people.
We're also talking at a time when GCCs or global capability centers have taken off in India in a big way. Many are announcing expansion plans here on the back of technology talent. In fact, today there was an announcement by a foundational AI company, Anthropic, in the US, which is setting up office in Bangalore. Tell us about your own expansion plans. Where do you see opportunities going forward? Where will you be expanding? Where will you be investing here?
So in India, we have three major offices. Another office is in Delhi also, but that's another company called Rakuten Advertisement or marketing company. But mainly the tech resources are in Bangalore, Indore, and Pune, and we will continue to scale up the team. That's one, both on R&D resources as well as support resources. Apart from that, since we are focusing on AI, as you know, we started much earlier because of our fintech business and e-commerce system rather than telecom. Those are the two areas that will be expanding.
Right. For the audience here, can you tell us about the technology trends that you're excited about the most from a 12 to 16 month frame?
Well, if talking about Rakuten Mobile again, because I am heading Rakuten Mobile, we are, as per the TMF Forum standards, we are aiming to get to level 4 out of level 5, which means in terms of autonomous network journey. So that's the key area that we are working on, and I think most of the network operators will aim today, probably they are at 2.53, but they will eventually in 18 months or 2 years they will aim to reach 3.5 or 4 levels. That's one. Second, we discussed today also about data monetization. So
Yeah.
network operators will focus on data monetization, be it through network, like things like network slicing, or using the data within the GDPR policies to monetize that. So those two things will be key.
Right. The minister today also spoke a lot about 6G and the potential that he sees there. He said that India was behind the world on 4G. We are with the world on 5G, and we will be ahead on 6G. And we also saw a couple of demos around how AI will be a big part of 6G. Tell us about your own plans, Vin.
Yeah, he correctly mentioned, 4G. I was involved in 4G deployment here before moving to Japan. But yes, 4G we were delayed, 5G almost on time. And the way things are progressing in India, India will be ahead of others in 6G. When it about our plan, we are investing. We have 4G, 5G capability in terms of Rakuten mobile network, and also when it comes to as Symphony providing this software to others. We are part of the 6G alliance, and we are focusing on three aspects to it. One is by default it will be hardware software disaggregation, so it will be all ORAN based. Second is cloudification. It will be all cloud based, Kubernetes based. And third is AI by in the product, not for the product. So this product will by default will be built with AI, which is kind of different from AI for the product or AI product.
Right. You're also working with Tejas Networks for some of that. Can you tell us about what the relationship will be between you and Tejas? Because they are like a breakout hardware manufacturing company. If you can take us through your relationship with Tejas.
So as Symphony, we are a software platform provider. We don't manufacture or we don't design or invest into hardware. And we have globally, we have many operators. And this year we also announced our partnership with Tejas, where we'll be using their hardware and our software. When I say software, mainly DU and CU, and take it to market both in India and globally.
Right. When do you see that happening? If you can take us through your GTM plans on that front, will BSNL perhaps be one of the first
So
ones?
right now we are doing IoT, and soon we may be starting doing a POC here in India, and if all goes well, even in Japan.
Right. Every day we read about how AI is impacting multiple sectors. As someone who's part of Rakuten Symphony, can you take us through what kind of impact it's had so far? Where are you using AI in the organization currently?
As I mentioned, AI for us, for Rakuten as a group, we started long back because without AI in commerce or in fintech business, telecom is delayed. If you look at AI for globally,
Yeah.
uh, but commerce and fintech and insurance, they started way back using AI. When for us, for Rakuten Mobile, what we see is or not just Rakuten Mobile, but all telecom operators, customer support and operational efficiencies are the two key main areas within the network side. But when it comes to for us, we are also giving it to our customers. So for Rakuten Mobile, any customer who joins, we give kind of chat GPT for free.
Right. In fact, I wanted to come to the customer support and efficiencies. Is that already happening in a big way? What impact is it having on job creation, employment?
Customer support, yes, in a big way. Today our resolution rate by AI is close to 80% on the customer complaints, not just for Rakuten Mobile but also for our other business. So we are using it in a big way, and same thing for operations. So we got rid of all the L1 engineers in the network team.
Right. One area that you've also been bullish as a company is, building out the first fully virtualized cloud native open radio access network. If you can take us through the challenges, the key outcomes, and the learnings that are relevant from an India lens.
So it's already done, right? When we started 2018, this virtualization and disaggregation, cloudification were the key pillars along with security. So that's already done, and we have proven at scale. Today we have more than 400,000 cells in Japan working on this technology, and same thing as Rakuten Symphony we have deployed in Germany. So if you think about it, I think Japan and Germany are one of the most conscious market when it comes to quality, right? So the technology is well proven. We have seen the cost benefits both on capex and opex, and now it's about scaling. And to scale, what other market better than India?
Right. I also want to understand from you, Sharat. Many people in AI talk about how it's going to fundamentally reshape industries, reshape user UI, UX as we know it today. For example, OpenAI rolled out an e commerce feature last week, which will completely change the way we shop. While you highlighted how AI is reshaping customer support, efficiencies, how do you think the future of telephony, voice will change because of AI in terms of how people will interact with it as a form factor?
I think there are various discussions going on. Some people say that there will be no app on your phone, right? It could be just single one app or just voice commands. So you can do any, you can just say the agent, okay, buy me this thing, if it isn't within this price, and the agent will go and buy, right? That's one way of thinking. But what we are targeting in short term is how can we customize and personalize using AI? So how can we use AI or these GPUs at edge to personalize things? And for that, and that's one of the ways how we can monetize the the data from the mobile network, because mobile network has a lot of data. As group we have more than 200 attributes that we know about our customers, because we have the transaction data, we have the geolocation data, we have deep packet inspection data, we know which site our customers are going. But all this has to be within privacy. As long as the data is secured and segmented and not used to personally target, we can use GPUs to for ads.
How far are we from this world where we will have just one app on our phone which will listen to all our commands and do whatever we want?
Last week I looked at one phone which has nothing.
By when do you see yourself, or by when do you see Rakuten rolling this out in terms of agents that will power phones?
I think it will take a couple of years, at least in developed markets, because if you look at even in, and I won't say Japan is developed, overall developed market, but because of the aged population, still people are using feature phones. So there is huge feature phones still used by people who are 70 plus. So this will take some time.
Do you think India is a market that will quickly adapt to
Yes,
this technology?
yes, because of the segment and the
Demographic?
demography and as I said, energy and skill.
Right. In terms of what else India needs to do in terms of the ease of doing business, attracting foreign investment, where do you think the gap lies? Where do you think more needs to be done?
I think if you ask me, I looked at the startup presentations which were done today. So it's going in the right track. But just a week back, I was in China, and for good or bad reasons, the amount of development that you see in China in terms of GPUs, because they had no choice, they had to develop their own thing. So today, as of now, I haven't seen any Indian companies developing GPUs.
So in terms of this, the importance of sovereignty that this carries,
Yeah.
that's going to become
So
important.
good to see that people have started working on chipsets and software side also, but I haven't seen yet. Maybe I'll visit some of the booths and see if anybody is working on GPUs.
Right. Um, Take us through your own journey. What has it been like moving to Tokyo in 2018, working as a global leader of Indian origin in a Japanese conglomerate? Because the outside perception is culturally, Japanese companies are very different. How did you adapt, and how has the journey been for you?
I mean, personally, I've worked in Australia, Thailand, Singapore, US for 5 years, and Europe and UK. Japan was very different when I went there, and I had no plans that I'll stay more than few years, but it's already more than 7 years. And on day one itself, I moved with my family. My son was in US, daughter was in 10th grade, and I moved her, when she was in 10th. It was very difficult, but we did that, and but all good. And when it comes to about language, I still don't speak Japanese or understand, because in 2013, Mickey decided to change official language as English. So that
Of
was a big
Rakuten
thing.
to English.
Yes. So in Rakuten, all official meetings are in English. So my team, 70% of them are non-Japanese.
Right. And when you look at India from Japan, what excites you in terms of the technology advancements in the last decade? Because we've seen huge surge in the number of internet users. We've seen a lot of leapfrog when it comes to digital payments. India directly leapfrog from cash to UPI and QR code, with many people not taking to cards at all.
Yeah.
But what excites you and what else needs to be done? The GPUs is one part. I think we still don't have an India made foundational model, so to speak. But what excites you and what more needs to be done?
I think in recent years, on the technology front, it's in the right direction, be it, as you mentioned about the UPI and other things. But um, and also, good part, if you look at all the other industries, be it infrastructure, it's growing, all the airports are better, but there are few things still lagging. One of them, technology side, I already said. And second is, probably this is changing, but the investment by big groups into startups or taking the challenge. You see startups growing, right? And government in funding, or they get some funding, but the big players are not funding these startups. That's slightly
In terms of
different.
the conglomerates,
Yes,
they are not putting in enough investment in startups
into
and deep tech,
startups. Yeah.
which they can do with the
They,
kind of cash
yeah.
balance they have.
Yes.
Got it. For you, as we wind up this session, what is Rakuten's focus in India going to be for the next year? What can we look forward to?
I think we committed about 100 million investment in this year, and we are evaluating if things which are not latency sensitive, if we can put the data center here.
How many jobs will this translate to?
See, jobs is separate, because data center doesn't need many, resources. But when it comes to jobs, probably, we are, as I said, we are at about 5,000, and with all the efficiencies which are coming in using AI, we are not laying off anyone, but the increase will be not huge in next couple of years.
Right. Finally, on a personal note, how are you using AI every day?
We have Rakuten AI, our own AI, and I have the application. So, in fact, last week all the group, all the board members, all that top 50 people were asked to create a code using mobile data to display, right? And we use Cloudy, and it was done in less than 15 minutes. I don't know, I'm not a coder, but we were able to, each one of us were able to code and put the, without knowing any language, do the HTML.
Vibe coding, as they call
Yes.
it. On that note, thank you very much, Sharad. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.